What's up, Nintendo Gamers Kid here? Oh, the Super Smash Bros. Leak is real. It is real, people. It is real. I just got done watching gameplay of Bowser Jr., Shulk, and other characters. It is real. And I am very disappointed. And it's not the characters that disappoint me. I mean, it's really cool to see some of these characters like Shulk and stuff. These characters were expected. But characters like Dr. Mario, the Ice Climbers are indeed cut if that part of the leak is true, and no part of the leak has been untrue, so I guess it is true. Yeah, Dr. Mario, Ganondorf is still a clone, guys. Why? Why is Ganondorf a clone? Why do that to such a beloved, iconic character and make him a clone of a racing game character? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's unforgivable, Sakurai. It's been the third installment with Ganondorf, and this fool is still a clone. He doesn't use a sword. He doesn't do anything unique to his character that every Zelda fan knows he has uniqueness to him. So that's disappointing. Very disappointing. That's, you know what, Sakurai, that's unforgivable. That's really unforgivable. If I was the Zelda fans, you know, the majority of them, I would be pissed off, and I would actually just flame the heck out of you just for that, because it's 3 games, bro. You had every chance in the world to make this character unique to the franchise and to himself, and you didn't. So unforgivable. I don't care what anybody says. You can rant at me, anything. Dr. Mario is going to be an unplayable character. I don't know why the Ice Climbers were cut. Apparently, people were saying maybe it's due to some type of technical difficulties with the 3DS version. Specifically, kind of why I wish there wasn't a 3DS version, because, you know, that stuff just wouldn't happen if there wasn't a 3DS version. But okay, Dark Pit, if the part of the leak is true, where he's a clone of Pit, that's disappointing. Why even have him? I don't even want Dark Pit because he's just going to be a clone, so what's the point? Dr. Mario, I think maybe one move of his is probably going to be changed, and that is his down B from Mario's Flood. And other than that, he's basically going to be a clone. That's what the leak says. So that's very, very disappointing, especially for those who wanted Mewtwo back from Melee. This is really no excuse, Sakurai. Why? And the thing that's really, really infuriating about it is that we have Mario. We already have Mario. Why do we have to have a clone of him? Especially considering this game has alternate costumes. So why couldn't he just be an alternate costume? Why does he have to be his own character? That doesn't make any sense. What the heck? I mean, seriously. It's nice to see that's R.O.B. R.O.B. is back. I honestly didn't expect R.O.B. to be back or anything. Bowser Jr. looks pretty cool. If the leak is true, that means that Bowser Jr. does not have alternate colors, but in fact he has alternate costumes of the Koopalings, which I think is kind of unfair. Come on, that's a little bit too much favoritism for the Mario franchise. In fact, there's just too many Mario characters in general. We got Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Yoshi. We have Rosalina, Wario, Bowser Jr., now Dr. Mario. It's like, that's too many characters from one single franchise. I don't care what people say about Wario and Yoshi having different icons. They're from the Mario freaking series. That's just a fact. They are representatives of those series, or that specific series, period. That's it. You know, that's just a fact. Now, apparently, these aren't all the characters from what the leak has said before, so there may, in fact, be more newcomers. So yes, Falco is returning and stuff. Like I said, I didn't expect R.O.B to return, but I'm really glad he is, because I did like the character. But wow, Duck Hunt Dog, that's really cool. It still weirds me out that his name is Duck Hunt. It's just strange, but okay, that's a cool newcomer. That I gotta admit, that's a cool newcomer, and I just cannot deny that. Now, with the whole alt thing with Bowser Jr., you know, if that's justified to have all the Koopalings as his alt, how come Olimar can't have all the different captains or playable characters from Pikmin 3, like Alf, Brittany, and Captain Charlie? You know, let him have those. I mean, those are literally, you know, Captain Olimar is literally, and with those characters, is a character which is a prime example of a character that just needs alts of those characters, because there's really nothing having a character like that on its own can bring unique to that certain series. Olimar's moveset is what all the characters will pretty much have, so make them his alts. You know, something you should have did for Dr. Mario. You know? And I know some people are going to be like, "The kid, you're just ranting because, you know, one character." No, it's not just one character, bro. I mean, we got three characters that are clones in this game. It's actually backpedaling what Brawl did completely. Brawl really didn't have any clones. I mean, you could say Lucas was a clone or anything, but as far as his regular moves went, and some of his specials, you know, worked really different. It's like saying that Luigi is a clone of Mario. That's just not true. You know, it's different. But this character literally is going to move. These two characters are literally going to move and kind of play just like the other character. So it's just really stupid. And why Dr. Mario instead of Mewtwo? If Mewtwo fans go off, they are completely justified. The same way people who were complaining about Chrom not being in, but Lucina being in and her being a clone, are justified to rant because of that. Because really, that shows a lot of laziness. It really does. It really does. So guys, there you have it. Leak is true. I'm happy for some of the characters' appearance. Shoke, that's nice. Bowser Jr., that's really cool. Duck Hunt Dog or Hound, that's really nice. You know, Falco returning, R.O.B returning, I didn't expect that. But as far as Dr. Mario, Dr. Mario Dark Pit, and Ganondorf being a clone still, this is terrible to me. It really is. That really just sours the whole roster for me. You know, I know there's a lot of great characters here, but really those three just, oh man, those just grind my balls into a paste, man. Because there is no excuse for it. I'd rather not have Dark Pit. Dark Pit literally should have been a alternate color for Pit. That doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. Sakurai, you really didn't need, did you really need another Kid Icarus Uprising character in there? What was wrong with Hades, bro? What was wrong with Medusa? Medusa hasn't been announced as a Sis trophy yet, I don't think. So why not put her in? Someone unique. I just can't get behind this, guys. Consider my height for Super Smash Brothers it went down significantly. It was a 9 and it went down to about a 5 instantly. So guys, there you go. You have your leak. You have these characters. All we're waiting for is official reveals. I'll see you guys next time.